Welcome to another exercise for the workbook statistics, this time focusing on measures of central tendency, and here in particular on the calculation of percentiles, quartiles, or whatever we need to construct us a box plot. So let's have a look at the exercise. In this case we have in a statistics exam the students achieved the following points, and we get this list of points, a total of 9 students. And our task, calculate for this data the statistics required for the construction of a box plot. So before we actually going to do this, we first going to restructure the data set to make the calculations later on a bit easier. So what do I mean by restructuring or reordering it? Well, we're going to arrange our data in an ascending fashion, starting with the smallest observations and always increasing until in the end we get to the largest values. So at this point we know the first one is the smallest, the last one is the largest of all the values in my data set. In this ordered data set I'm going to use next to actually calculate my statistics. So here I'm going to copy this data set. And then for the box plot I need 5 statistics. I need the upper and lower antenna, I need the upper and lower bound for the box, and I need the median in the middle of the box. So I'm going to start with the smallest one, the lower antenna, which is given by the minimum. The minimum here is the first entry in my ordered data set, so it's 6 in this case. Then for the lower part of the box I need the first quartile. First quartile, or the 25% quantile. This I get if I start by multiplying 0.25, so 25%, with the number of observations. Here I have 9 observations, so I'm going to go with 0.25 times 9, which gives me 2.25. Since this is not an integer, I'm just going to round this up. That's what the half brackets are for. I'm going to round this up to 3. Even though with normal rounding, I would round down, these half brackets mean I'm always going to round up, since they're, well, half with the upper part. If they were only half of the lower part, this would mean I'm always going to round down. So here, in this case, means always rounding up. Next largest value, which is 3. And then I'm going to take observation 3, which is the 42. So the first quartile is 42. Then I get the median. Median depends on whether I have an even or odd number of observations. Here I have 9 observations, so an odd number. For an odd number, I'm always going to take the value in the middle of the data set, of the ordered data set. So here it's the 67. In the middle, well, I can see I have 4 observations smaller, 4 observations larger than this value. So this exactly is in the middle. Or, well, if I do not want to go this way, I can also calculate this. Starting with 9 observations, 9 plus 1 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So I'm going to take observation 5 for the median. Well, observation 5 is exactly the one in the middle. So that was the median. Then I need the upper part of the box, which here is the third quartile, and which I can calculate similar to the first one. So instead of 25%, here I have 75%, meaning I'm always also calculating 0.75 times 9, which leads here to 6.25, which I'm going to round up, giving me 7. Then I'm going to check my data set for the 7th observation, which here is 87. Which is my third quartile on the upper bound of my box. Leaving me only with the value for the upper whisker or upper antenna of the box plot, which is given by the maximum. Maximum, the largest value in the data set, and thereby also the last value in my ordered data set. So here it's the 99. And that's already everything I needed for the box plot. Lower and upper whisker, lower and upper bound for the box, and the median in the middle of the box. Well, since this concludes this exercise, The only thing left to say is, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.